What is up, everybody? Sysadmin Sean here, and today we're going to do a little introduction to alerting and monitoring. And I'm going to talk about a couple of tools I use, and then we're going to build a series on deploying each one of these tools and showing off maybe how they are better or worse than each other and which one I use now versus which ones I've used in the past. So let's get started. So monitoring and alerting is really important in the IT world. We really have to maintain 24/7 uptime a lot of the times. We need to know if a hard drive is getting full. We need to know if a website is down, if an SSL certificate is about to expire, all those kind of things. We need to know about it. And with alerting and monitoring, we can do that without worrying too much, without having to constantly be looking. It'll reach out and tell us via email, Teams notification, Slack notification, text message, any sort of method. So what I've got up here is 3 of the monitoring and notification alerting tools that I've used in the past. The first one here is Nagios. I've used Nagios in multiple places. I like Nagios. It is very simple for Nagios Core, which is what I'm familiar with. That is the base product that just sort of is community focused, has the stuff you need. You can build a lot of things yourself, but there's not a lot of, at least when I was using it, not a lot of automation. I'm curious to see what Nagios looks like these days. So we'll have to download it and try it out, which is what we're going to do. It's all, at least it used to be all text file editing. So you could set up pretty much a Git repo with all of your config files and modify them and make changes, deploy those changes pretty quick, and then just restart the Nagios service. Super easy. The step up from Nagios is Icinga. I don't really know how to pronounce this one, but this is a lot like Nagios with really cool automation built in. Once you kind of get a good handle of what's going on as far as automation goes and how to do, for instance, you can say if any device has an IP address of 192.168.1. Add it to the group network devices. So if I had all of my network devices on 192.168.1. whatever, it would automatically look for all those IP addresses in its host listing, and it could go, all right, we'll put it in this group. It'll assign these templates. It'll assign these checks. It'll assign these notifications. And then you don't have to go through and do each and every one manually, which is how Nagios used to be. And again, I don't know if Nagios has changed, so I'm kind of curious to find that out. But this product gives you that kind of level on top, and it does, you can migrate from Nagios directly into Icinga. Again, not really sure how to pronounce it. And that's a really cool option. And it does a lot, but it started making some changes recently with how you could access updates and things of that nature. So we've migrated away from it, but I think it's still a good tool, especially for folks that are really looking for something kind of automated, but not fully automated and not too big of a learning curve. This is a good option. The third one on the list is Zabbix. Now, some folks probably know a lot about this, probably know a lot more than me about this. We have just gotten started with Zabbix. We do the imports. The templates are amazing. Everything about Zabbix is really, really cool once you feel comfortable in the Zabbix dashboard and understanding what Zabbix is expecting, because you can build basically dynamic triggers. So maybe you want to say, look for anything that might be related to X item on these SNMP alerts. And then it will build a trigger based off of those OIDs or something of that nature. I built alerts for Horizon VDI pools, which pretty much just said, look for any pool that has a name and then check that pool name for total created desktops, total active desktops, disconnected, and then total max amount, so that I can monitor and say, hey, is the pool about to be full? Do we need to grow it? Is it really small and we have too many provisioned machines and we need to make adjustments? Zabbix really lets us do that, and it's really cool. And I'll show some examples of that too. But that's about it. So those are the 3 that I've used. Let me know down in the comments below what monitoring alerting you've used. Do you use something like was it Ops Genie? I think Ops Manager, something by Service Desk. Do you use PTRG? Do you use some other alerting system that I haven't mentioned. Let me know down below. I'm really curious to see what people use for their alerting, what they're familiar with, what they've learned. Some people just do simple bash scripts in Linux, and it just does a check every hour. Hey, what are the hard drives like? If they get to a certain percentage, send me an email. As long as the system doesn't crash, that works great. But really, you want your alerting separate from your systems so that the alerting doesn't go down if the system goes down. That's probably the best takeaway from anything related to alerting and monitoring is make sure the alerting and monitoring lives somewhere that won't be down if your systems are down, because otherwise you won't get the alerts and it won't matter anyway. But that's it for this one. Like I said, let me know in the comments below what you use. I might go ahead and do a live stream on that product and see if I can figure it out on the fly. I'll be really curious to see what you all mentioned. But that's it, and we'll see you in the next one.